Welcome back to another episode of Barum Engines, everybody, where it's 20 past 2 and probably 28 degrees again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit warm.
Yeah.
Getting used to it now.
We are getting used to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We are getting used to it.
I know.
Climatising, and I'm kind of enjoying it.
It's all right.
Because by the time you get to the afternoon, I said to you this morning, I don't know whether it's because of the weather, and I am a fair weather person,
Yeah.
but I feel mega chilled out lately.
Yeah.
When I get home, I just want to walk the dog, sit in the garden. Bloody lovely, isn't it?
It is
Don't
nice.
even want to mess about with cars.
It is nice, but I wouldn't mind a night of rain just to cool things down.
Well,
a little
apparently,
bit.
as of the weekend or Sunday onwards, it was rain. Look today, no rain for the foreseeable. Two rocker shafts turned up. These are the rocker shafts. I think these are from Kent. Push rods. Rocker shafts. That's the heat. Push rods arrived with the correct dimensions, all the dimensions that I ordered, mate. And we only wanted 2 of them. And that was because, this is for the V8, mind. I mean, I'm talking about it as if I'm assuming people know what I'm talking about. We were just waiting for the correct length push rods. We got 14, and we've got 2 adjustable ones, which had the wrong size ends on, which have been turned down, but we ain't using them, mate.
No.
So 103mm long with an 8mm ball, or it could be 5/16. You know what the Americans...
Yeah, it's all
right. So
close
we can
enough,
get this one put back together now, mate. That'd be nice to see that gone,
Yep.
wouldn't it? Right, just moving straight on. Last video we mentioned the Ford Focus out there. The ST 5-cylinder 2.5. Volvo engine, essentially.
Yeah.
But slightly different in the Fords, are they?
Well, I think they're just tuned up a bit more.
Do you reckon they got different cams and all that jazz in there?
Probably not.
No.
I don't know. They just rely on the variable valve timing and turbos, really, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose so. Like the pop and band mats on them, don't they?
Yeah.
Probably why we see so many of them in there.
Die, yeah.
So the last video, I was halfway through redoing the clearances.
Yep.
Now, the story is, that is an engine that we did earlier on in the year, wasn't it? Did the whole engine
early this year.
come in the usual melted, was it?
I can't exactly remember, but I do remember after we bored the block, we found a crack in a liner, so
That's
we
right.
replaced the block.
We did. We've replaced the block with an engine that we had that was nearly new.
Yeah, donated it basically.
Donated it, mate.
Let the guy have it.
Because we're that kind. So yeah, built a fresh block, new motor, forged internals.
I think it might have done an end or something. I can't remember now.
Probably, but yeah, it did crack a liner. I know that.
Yeah.
We can fix that liner though, can't we, in the
Yeah.
future, and build a nice
Do like a
ductile iron linered block if anyone out there
like
wants
a
one.
Darton type build or something. That'd be cool.
But anyway, I was halfway through doing the clearances, mate. Some people in the comments says, "How come you're doing the clearances?" And some other people said, "How come you've had a couple of issues now with valve clearances? Focus being one, my Escort being 2. Well, start with the Escort, shall we? I think I'll come to the conclusion that I did forget to do the clearances on the Escort.
Well,
And there is a reason for it.
Yeah.
Got excited. That engine, obviously, it was a winter project, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's meant to be over Christmas. We were going to sort of do it.
As I always do, changed my mind on an hourly basis. Went a step beyond, decided to do the throttle bodies and all that jazz, wasn't it? So there was periods where the engine, we'd do a bit, sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Recipe for a bit of a disaster, potentially,
Can be,
innit?
yeah.
So I think what's happened there, done the timing, got it as far as head on, timing, rocker shafts on and all that, rocker assembly on and all that jazz. Then we sent the rocker cover to Cardatech to etch our name in the top of the rocker. CNC.
Cool.
Put Barum Engines in the top. When we got that back, I got incredibly excited, put the rocker cover on the engine, done it up, engine in the car.
Yeah.
Forgot to do the clearances. Fortunately, there was some clearance.
Yeah.
But being the dwell on the cam, or the duration on the cam, it did have compression, about 60 psi on some.
So it's basically losing compression because of overlap, because the clearances were too tight. But
Exactly, mate. And that exact thing brings us on to why we were halfway through doing the clearances in the last video on that. So, These things, I've said in the past, we've had plenty of these motors in for machining. Not very often do we get to build the whole thing.
No, we've done one or two really.
But I have said there's been customers that have bought these things with blown motors because they're a bit renowned for it.
Yeah.
Done the motor themselves, bring them in here to be machined, build them, sell them on with no problems. Although, when we've had the stuff in to machine it, they do suffer with overheating bad, don't they?
Yeah.
And they tend to warp everything like you've never seen before. We've had it before where we've had to take 30 thou off the block, 20 or 30 thou off the cylinder head. I remember actually doing this a few times for a specific customer that was buying quite a few at the time. And you think, that, like 7 thou bore wear.
I always remember when I started here, well, probably in the first year, I was skimming one of them heads and I was gobsmacked because I remember taking 35 thou off.
Yeah, you almost go back and check your setup and think this can't be right, but it is.
And it's bent all in the middle.
Yeah. Well, as I say, we had this customer and we would chomp all this off the head and the block. Didn't want us to face the pistons. 7, 8 thou of ovality in the bores. Just run the deglazer down there. It'll all be all right. And he never had one back.
No.
They used to run with absolute.
Not that we built them like that.
Yeah, not we built them, but he'd put them
know,
together, and that's all he wanted us to do. Which brings me on to why we were doing that. So they do get overheated, these. Being a 5-cylinder, they're slightly longer than everything that's 4.
Open deck as well.
Open deck. The heads do tend to warp. And when the heads warp, they can. I'm not saying this is what has happened here, because you've done the clearances.
Yeah.
Fairly big clearance on the exhaust. Not so big, 8 thou, I think.
Yeah,
plus or minus 2 on the inlet.
Yeah.
What tends to happen with them is they run quite a lot of clearance between the camshaft and their bearing housings. So if you actually put one in dry, you could probably move it about physically.
Yeah.
But because the heads warp, they do tend to warp like this on the cam side. So
the whole head sort of bows, not just the face. Really.
Exactly. Had it before on plenty of other motors, and you think, well, why would you use a bananaed head? Surely it's going to wipe the cam bearings. It doesn't. It's not that much. We're talking literally from end to end a few thou, and there's bags of clearance between the cam and the journals, so it doesn't seize like that. On most heads where you've got cam bearings, that you can clamp the cams completely to do the clearances, like this, but all the way along, not a problem. It's clamping the cams in the position they're going to run. With that, you've got a sort of a closed deck cam carrier, which you can't do the clearances.
So basically, instead of cam caps like that, it's an entire cover that just goes straight over.
That incorporates the caps.
Yeah, and there's no access at all.
So once that's removed, that's the only way to do the clearances, to remove that.
Yeah.
Then they do a tool which clamps the cams in one area. Problem is, if it's clamped in the middle, say, the cam could potentially be sitting upwards on the ends. Thus, you do the clearances with the springs off on the bench, all good. When you put the carrier on, which there's no way of checking afterwards, the clearances will close up, only of a matter of a couple of thou or so on the inlet.
Yeah.
But it's enough because of the camshafts that are in them that they run. Bit like that, where you've got a slightly bigger dwell, builds compression up, but a bit like that, not enough.
Yeah.
So it's sort of can't build. So basically, we come up with this idea of no matter what your head's like, providing it's not too bad that it seizes the cam.
Yeah, this is ideal for when you've got the springs on as well.
It is. You can do it in situ, with the head in situ or on the bench. So this is actually part of a camshaft out of a 5-cylinder.
Yeah,
this is a Volvo lump, this. Same, as long as you've got the correct base circle on the camshaft lobes and also on the journals there that run in the head, this distance needs to be the same basically. So what we do is we use this on each of the cylinders, on the inlet and the exhaust, because they're the same, and do it like that. Done it on this one, mate. Absolutely perfect, so isn't it?
Yeah, the idea is basically whatever cylinder you're on, because there's not another set of lobes pointing the other way, you can just have them like that, rather than having one that's like that, one that's like that, one that's like that.
That's right.
So
yeah,
It's
basically.
always like completely off.
Yeah,
the
if you've
load.
got a complete camshaft, you can't clamp it in situ with all the springs on because you know you've only got one tool.
It's not accurate enough.
No,
Basically.
and you run the risk of breaking the camshaft. So
So it's
that's
a-
what we've made.
So it is a mistake on our part, but
It is to a certain extent.
But we're
On the
sorting
bench,
it.
it was right. In the car, it's not. Basically the thing is with obviously this is a warranty. It's how you deal with it, mate. Isn't it?
yeah, it is.
We've got the car straight in. We did book it in with Ben over the road, but obviously Ben's tied up with my Ranger at the minute, which has gone on longer than what we think.
Yeah.
So we decided to have a go at ourselves, and we've got it done within a couple of days. Customer wants us to MOT it as well, so we booked that in Saturday. So when he gets this back next week, it's going to be done, MOT'd.
Nice.
Lovely. And it runs lovely, doesn't it, mate?
does, yeah.
Bear in mind, this hasn't been really, it's only started once
Yeah, it's
before.
only really just fired up and
Should we fire it up, mate?
yeah.
Show them a...
So, got the key. Where did I put the
You've
key?
got the key, haven't you? We don't normally get to see vehicles with engines in that we've done,
No.
but this is a good opportunity. And bear in mind, this has got the rods, forged pistons. It's running
Yeah,
slightly
it's,
bigger
Yeah,
clearances.
it's a forged build, so yeah.
Needs a good valet,
It
obviously.
does.
Sweet as a nut, mate. Absolutely sweet as a nut.
Does run
that is.
nice.
Isn't that quiet?
It is.
It's lovely. Very
And not
quiet.
because it's only running on 3 cylinders.
No. It doesn't sound like a 5-cylinder like that, does
No,
it?
not
It's so
idling.
quiet.
Yeah. You give it a little rev, it sounds a bit.
Birds
like-
like it.
Yeah, they do. We'll have to
So
give
yeah,
that
we'll give it a
good clean for him.
good clean for him.
Send it round.
But like I say, mate, it's in business. No matter what you do, you run into issues, don't you?
Yeah.
Especially with what we do, it's nuts and bolts at the end of the day, and a lot of them, things can go wrong or not work out.
Yeah.
But it's the way you deal with it, and it's
Yeah.
keeping the customer happy, and he knows that if anything happens within the warranty period, it's going to be sorted. So
Yep. That's it.
that's it. But yeah, sounds lovely. Very
Lovely.
nice. Hopefully another happy customer.
Yeah.